I've been very pleased with many of the things that have happened here at Indian Valley High School, bringing the two former schools together with their loyalties and the way they felt very strongly about their former schools. We expected a lot of rough edges. We didn't have as many as we thought we were going to have, and we're very pleased with the outcome. And the band is a particular highlight because they came together over the summer, and with the able assistance of Mr. Wasilko and the fine support of the band boosters, the youngsters were brought together, and they've done a fine job, a lot of hard work. I think I dropped in one day during one of their practices, and I said, you can't keep hard work a secret, and it was no secret that they were working very hard. And you could see the progress of the band throughout the season, especially the marching band. We saw them from their first rehearsal until the last game, and we couldn't be more pleased with what happened.
Today we're here at the Indian Valley Phillipsburg Osceola game, and having an interview with Cole Cullen Jr. Cole, did you enjoy your pre-game show today?
Yeah.
Were you pleased with the percussion's input in the show?
Yes, I feel the performance was satisfactory.
Was it? Which show do you enjoy more, the pregame or the halftime show?
I enjoy the halftime show more because we get to play the drum break.
The drum break's a very popular thing. Now, what do you think about your band director and your assistant band director, Mr. Wasilko and Mr. Doug Jordan?
Dirtbags.
Come on, Carlos. This is a serious interview, please.
They're nice, but Mr. Wasilko smokes too much, and Mr. Jordan, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, Mr. Wasilko, I don't want to say anything bad about him, although I could, because I'm sure he'll see this tape later. But I think he's a very good band director and does a very good job. Although he cuts me up about being Italian, well, I won't say it. Although the band has changed very much this year, from the difference of fighting. There was much confusion last year in Chief Logan and Indian Valley. There was much fighting, and the people didn't get along too well. This year, it seems that everybody gets along much better. Can we have some comments from you, Cole, about this? And do you like this idea? Do you like it much better this year?
It's all right, but it's all right, but I don't know.
I'd have to admit I enjoy it much better.
I can't hear because of all the cheers. One good thing about the schools going together are the girls.
Yes, there are many girls. I'm talking wall to wall here. They are very nice looking.
Cheerleaders are dirtbags.
Cheerleaders are dirtbags. We'd like to tell you that. Cheerleaders are dirtbags. They are good looking, but they are dirtbags. Now the majorettes, I'd have to admit they're mighty fine looking and kept the field. What would you have to say?
Yes, they're very nice, but some of them can be dirtbags.
Yeah, I think that girl, the cheerleader with the glasses, is especially nice, good looking.
Get out of here.
I'm here with Bob Davis, another member of the percussion section of the Indian Valley High School Marching Band. Bob, how do you feel about the Indian Valley Marching Band this year with the combination of Chief Logan and Kishko Quillis?
I think both the percussion sections and the regular playing members have benefited greatly from the addition of Mr. Michael Wasoko as the band director, because he is the most knowledgeable band director that I have ever served under.
And a dirtbag.
He's not a dirtbag.
And what do you feel about the assistant band director, Douglas Jordan?
Super stud.
Douglas Jordan,
King
oh,
Jordan.
he's so great.
The
He's,
ultimate. He's
we ought to call him King Hussein of Jordan. I mean, don't look at the monitor.
Mr. Wasogo just
And you feel Mr. Wasoko is a good band director? Do you feel that he cuts up the percussion section too much?
Yes, Nick, I think he does. You stay out of this.
If you had one word to describe Mr. Wasoko, not profanic or anything, but what would you use?
I would use not dirtbag, but
nice
great.
dirtbag.
Great? This is such an outcast from everybody else in the band. Although everybody in the band feels he's a great director,
How do you feel about this year's majorette?
and that he doesn't like Italians, which I greatly oppose. But
the majorettes, Nick.
what do you feel about the trombone instructor, Coach Hughes?
Coach Hughes is a nice man because he always laughs and smiles when we go, Coach, Coach, Coach.
All right. All right. The band acts in the stands much better than they ever did in either bands. I might say, as a commentator, with the direction of Michael Wasilko and Douglas Jordan. the band is kept tamed and settled, and the music is well learned except by a certain drummer who plays triple toms. I won't mention his name, but
And it's not me.
I won't mention his name, but I'll have to say Kevin Walters.
Point at him though.
but we can point at him. Mr. Wasilka has been an inspiration to all of us who haven't had our idol, Mr. Wasilka, although he does cut up Italians, which is very bad.
And percussionist.
We could cut up the Polish people, but we're not going to.
Because we know he will rip our faces off. Now, Bob, we have Steve Roman as a drum instructor. Stephen Carnival Roman. Now let's hear a carnival on 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Carnival!
Carnival Roman. Now, although he is a very mean man and would rip your face off, we know, as well as you do, that he is an awesome specimen of a drum instructor. Now, can I have some commentation from you, Mr. Robert Davis, awesome trip player? You make up for some people who cannot play triple drums.
Well, I think Steve Roman is the epitome of percussionist because he kicks open doors, he slams around little kids, and he's just the massivest percussionist I've ever seen. He's great. He does walking triplets. He makes walking triplets run.
That's good, Bob. What do you think about Stephen Roman, your drum instructor?
Carnival Man is very ignorant and rude, and I hate him. No, wait. I like him very much. That was just a joke. He's the greatest guy in the world.
Thank you. Our instructor is Steve Roman, and although a good instructor, what can you tell me without being too critical? Can you tell me how you feel about him?
Dirtbag!
Is that the truth? He's a good drum instructor, though, you will admit.
Yeah.
Here we are at the Indian Valley Phillipsburg Osceola game, where I'm interviewing Mr. Michael Wasilko, band director of Indian Valley High School.
Hi.
Mr. Wasilko?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you have any trouble getting the bands together, or just any
No trouble at all. Drummers couldn't hold a beat in the bucket, but we got Mr. Roman. We call him Little Hitler. We got Little Hitler to come and kill them, and they're fine now.
What do you think of your assistant director, Mr. Douglas Jordan?
I think he's a very capable young man, and anybody that comes to our band and goes to music school is always a good director once they graduate. So here we are. Got any other questions?
I'm trying to
We have this guy I really like. He's an Italian drummer. I'm not sure what he looks like, though. I'm not sure what he looks like. He's an Italian drummer, and all my friends in Pittsburgh were Italian, and I really love this guy so much that I ride his butt all the time.
He sounds like a pretty nice guy if he's
Yeah,
Italian.
he's a nice guy. He's a real nice guy. He's a good guy.
Forget what I was going to ask now.
By the way, there's Mr. Jordan now. See, Mr. Jordan is
Mr.
very
Jordan.
capable. Does a
Yes.
great job.
I spoke to some of the other band members, and they're pleased with yourself and Mr. Jordan.
No,
the
we have
assistant,
fun. You
and-
got to have fun doing it. You got to
yes.
be half crazy like you are.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, can you give us some of your common sayings like dirtbag, scumbag?
Oh, scum. Well, I do that lovingly. You know, I wouldn't call anybody a dirtbag I didn't know or love, because I'd probably get decked. You know what I mean? So if I love somebody, I call, hey, you dirtbag, just as friendliness, you know.
Yeah,
so I do that.
a lot of band members, they enjoy that.
Yeah,
It breaks
well-
the monotony of them
Oh, yeah.
practice.
Yeah, some of them really are real dirtbags, but they don't know the difference, so we don't tell them, you know.
Yeah, it's all right. We would have liked to have an interview with Margaret Treaser, but she declined an interview. So we're going mobile.
Fix your butt. Where are you going?
Here we come, Margaret. You can't hide, Margaret. Private eyes are watching you, Margaret. Private eyes. Margaret, hey, you seem very shy towards the band, but tell us your outlook on the band and how you feel about the band this year and your outlook on the future of the band. Please, Margaret.
Oh, come on.
Margaret, just say, do you enjoy band?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy your director, Mr. Michael Wasoko, and your assistant director, Mr. Douglas Jordan?
No comment.
No comment. You enjoy band, though. This is true.
Yeah.
What grade are you in, Margaret? What grade are you in?
10.
So you have 2 more years of band left to go.
Yeah.
Are you ready to face them? Margaret, please face the camera. I'm now doing an interview with the Indian Valley High School majorettes. They've proved to be very lovely this year, I might add.
Thank you.
And I'll speak to a couple of them, although I can't get all of them. I will speak to a couple of them. Here we have Holly Trott. She's a former majorette, and we'll talk to her. Now, how do you feel about the bands coming together? Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
You enjoying
Makes it
yourself?
makes it a bigger band and a lot.
What do you feel about your director and assistant director, Mr. Michael Wasoko and Mr. Douglas Jordan?
They're okay.
Okay.
Silko don't agree with everything we want.
Live with it. Our next person will be, we better get someone from Kish. Sorry, Tammy. Andrea, what can I ask what grade you're in?
Ninth.
Ninth grade? Show those pearly silvers. All right. Sorry. You were from Kish last year, right? Were you a majorette before? What do you feel about the bands coming together?
I like it.
You're happy? You especially think those drummers are awful cute, don't you? Especially those snare drummers, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
No.
Do you like your director and assistant director?
Yeah. I guess.
Do you like your flag instructor, Mrs.
Majorette instructor. Yeah.
Thanks for all the guesses. Tammy Sunderland. This is Tammy Sunderland, a former Chief Logan student, and she just became a majorette this year. I'd like to see how she feels about this. Do you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy yourself? Did you make a lot of Kish friends?
Yeah.
You enjoy the band?
Andrea hair, Tara hair.
And you, of course, also feel that the drummers are mighty cute.
Right, yeah.
That's what I thought. Especially the snare drummers, right?
Especially them.
All right. Mrs. Young, would you like an interview for that? Would you like an interview? It's for the band. Are you sure you wouldn't like to comment on anything about the band? Not even the students or anything? Nothing. Mrs. Young declines an interview.
Where's your cigarette?
All right,
Zip it,
pal, zip it.
What are you going to ask me? So I have a prompt here.
I'm sorry, guys.
I don't get any prompt?
Here we are at Indian Valley High School against Phillipsburg Osceola. We're here with the Indian Valley Assistant Band Director, Douglas Carnival Jordan. Mr. Jordan, can you please tell me how you feel about this year's band, how they're coming along, and how you generally feel about the students in your band?
Well, how I feel about the students is I think they are very interesting young ladies and gentlemen. I'm enjoying working with them, and I think the year they have progressed immensely since the beginning of the year.
Is it true you're looking for a girlfriend?
What kind of question is that? Of course I am.
That's good. How do you feel about your the director, Mr. Michael Wasilko, Michael R. Wasilko?
Well, as a former student and coming back to work with him, that sort of says a lot about how I do feel about him. I think he's an excellent musician, a very good instructor, and I'm obviously learning a lot off of him.
He said the same thing about you. Isn't that just crazy?
It's amazing.
It is. Do you feel it's a large contrast between teaching younger students in 5th grade in the elementary schools and then at 3 o'clock buzzing up in your nice brown Jetta and teaching the oldsters?
Yeah, I think it's a big change, and it's an adjustment that I'm learning to make. Sometimes whenever I talk to all of you like kindergartners, it's not because I feel you are kindergartners, although I've thought about it once in a while, but you know, you learn to live with it.
Okay, I'm here right now with Krusty Milroy Headings III / Skippy. He is one of our finest bass drum players. Can you tell me how you felt about the band this year and your outlook on the band from years to come?
I think it's a very good band, and especially Spikester. I believe the other team just scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
I think the band is very good this year. We'll be better next year, and if Spikester's at the helm.
All right. Now, what do you feel about your band director, Michael R. Wasilko, and your assistant band director, Douglas Jordan?
They are very nice young men.
He's lying.
They're very spiritual.
think everybody's working real fine together. I'm real happy with concert band. I'm real happy with everybody we have, you know, and everybody keeps working. We're going to be just excellent. We're going to be excellent.
Yes, what I see of the band, the band is excellent and much change from the Chief Logan and Kish bands.
Well, those are good bands too, but we just want to get just a little bit, tiny bit spiffier. That's all. Just a tiny. We're going to build consistency this year. Just consistency.
It's got to be ta-da, ta-da.
It's got to be ta-da, ta-da.
As I said before, I think that everybody has learned a lot this year, has come a long way. I feel that throughout the year, I've learned a lot off of all the students as well as them learning off of me. I think that the combination has worked out well, and I feel that they have a good year or good many years ahead of them yet to go.
We would like to see things better next year. We think we can always improve upon our accomplishments. In speaking about the band, I think Mr. Wasilko is pretty excited because he does have a lot of young people in the band. I think the last time I talked with him, he said about half of his band people were ninth graders. He only had a few seniors. So those people will be around, and if you were thinking of it as a football team, we've recruited very well, and we're going to have a national champion in about 3 years.